Hey, welcome to the Loud and Brave podcast. I'm Charlie. I'm glad you're joining me today. If you like what I'm doing, why don't you go ahead and share this, give it a like, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm excited. This month's episode sort of celebrates what we celebrate all month. It is February, and we celebrate all things love in February, right? Valentine's Day and the whole month is just sort of a celebration of that, or at least I guess it could be. Maybe it's not for you, but it should be if it's not. But this week, we are 1 week out from the release of my new song and music video from my newest record, Loud and Brave Before Sunrise. And I wanted to do kind of an episode where we talk about the backstory and the genesis of the song and sort of some of the things that I was thinking about when I wrote it and what I hope, at least partly, that it will speak to you. And I'd love to hear your questions and comments, so drop me a line below and let's get into it. All right, so the new song comes out 1 week from today. It's called Stronger Than Us, and there's a music video that goes with it, and there's a tie-in to my new book too in this song. And if you haven't got the new book, shameless plug, you can go to Amazon and get it. It's called Becoming Loud and Brave. You can get it on Kindle or paperback or hardback if you want it, any of those. But in the book, I spend quite a bit of time talking about, my childhood and just growing up, and my parents are amazing. All of my parents are amazing. I have 4 because my parents divorced when I was 5, and so they both remarried. And my bonus parents are amazing, my stepdad, my stepmom. But this song really ties into the book in the stories that I tell about my mom. My brother and I lived primarily with my mom growing up as kids. And, she was a single mom for quite some time. And my mom's amazing. All my parents are amazing, but my mom's amazing. And the genesis of this song called Stronger Than Us was a time when I was living in Nashville, Tennessee. And, I was younger than I am now and really going through still a lot of questions like, who am I? And life was changing a lot for me. I had a lot of really pretty significant, big life changes happen in a short span of time. I mean, signing to a record label and then leaving that label, going to another label, and then not being on a label and not having a record label home and looking for another label. And all the while, my brother and I had moved to Nashville and sort of like going from living in a really small town and touring all over the nation to living in this big city. And so just a lot of things. And of course, also wrestling with being in the closet and then being out of the closet, and just a lot of questions about myself. And sort of, I think a lot of people go through the who am I? And even wondering would the people who knew me back then recognize me now? And so this sort of backstory to the beginning of this song was that I called my mom one night. I was just missing my mom living in Nashville. My parents all still lived and still live in Illinois, and I was missing my mom. And I called her, and I don't even know what we talked about. The phone conversation wasn't even really part of it. It was just what I was feeling, what I was going through before and after the call. I got off the phone, and I was just thinking, does she still know who I am? Would she recognize me if she knew everything about my new life here? And the answer is, of course, she knew who I was, and of course she would recognize me because she's my mom and she's amazing. And my mom was always there for me, and she always believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. And I've just, like I said, I've always had amazing parents, and my mom has always been one of my biggest champions and allies. And so this song really was about me asking those questions, and then just realizing just how strong my mom has always been in my life. She's always been someone that when I look at, I think that she was stronger than most of the people I knew. And that's where the idea for this chorus came from. And one of the things in this new year that I really am wanting to do is make sure that I'm recognizing the people in my life who have been there for me and who are there for me, and being thankful for that and being vocal. We call The album's called Loud and Brave Before Sunrise. The book is Becoming Loud and Brave. And I say a lot that being loud and brave is not just about making noise. It's about speaking the truth and doing it with compassion and grace. And so that's part of it is, for me this year, is making sure that the people in my life who are meaningful to me know that they are. I spend a lot of time, and I talk about this in the book too, I spent a lot of time assuming that people knew things that they didn't know about me, about the way that I felt, about the way that I felt about them. I think that's kind of common. A lot of times we just assume that people understand us or understand how we feel. And I certainly had that going on for a long time in my life. And I've become very deliberate about not assuming that the people that I love and that are important to me know that that's true. I think it's really important that we say that to them. You know, Valentine's Day happens once a year, but I think that one of the maybe takeaways for me is that those people in my life, not just my mom, but all the people in my life who believe in me, who are supportive of me, who are there for me, that I make sure that I'm recognizing that, you know, saying it to them, not assuming that they know how much I appreciate it and how much I love them and how much it means to me. And that's something that I didn't always do. That's something that is new-ish for me. I started being more deliberate about it a few years ago. And then as I was writing the book, I realized how much of my life I had spent not doing that and how important it is to me now. And part of this song is just recognizing that. And the video, you'll see, I'm not going to say a whole lot about it, but I wanted to make a video that honored the genesis of the song and really honored, well, my mom and moms in general, because I think moms are awesome. But the truth is this song isn't just about moms. We've hopefully all got people in our life who we can say, you know, man, you changed the world for me. You really made a difference in my life, and you made me believe in me. You made me believe that I could keep going even when I wasn't sure if I could. You believed in me. And that is something that I'm trying to encourage people to be more deliberate about recognizing and then appreciating. So I hope you love this video and the song. It comes out 1 week from today on February 10th. I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day, and I hope that you spend all of this year, not just February and not just February 14th, telling the people you love how much you love them, how much you appreciate them, how important they are in your life, how grateful you are for them. And I hope that you hear that from other people. I'm sure that you will, because as much as I know that those people in my life are important to me, I hear from the people that I am that person in their life. And I know how important that is to hear that when you're that person, when you're the one that's supporting people, when you're the one that's loving people, believing in people. It's important for them to say it. And so I hope that you hear a lot of people saying that to you. I hope that you say it to a lot of people. And I hope you don't just do it in February and not just on the 14th, but all year long. Let's be grateful. Let's be loud in the way that we appreciate the people in our lives who love us and believe in us and have changed our world for the better. Continue to be brave. Hey, don't forget to share and like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.